in a fight with my nightmares. Bodies in the room, but I'm not there. I should feel more, but I don't care. Gripping this knife, but I'm not scared. Karma coming at me, kamikaze. Falling on my focus, feeling foggy. Guessing all my demons just caught me. Calling for my conscience, stop me. Another round, it's a vicious cycle. It's a long way down, looking down from the tightrope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more drink till I'm done. I just wanna have fun. I'ma burn like the sun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last call and we're done. Now I'm back on the run. At least I'm not the only one. At least I'm not the only one. Dealing with the damage when the day ends. Pretending that I'm fine with my fake friends. Make another mess like it makes sense. Just another grave that I lay in. I keep on falling 6 feet.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Project Refit Weekly Buddy Check-In live here with you on Facebook and our other social media platforms. Guess who's back? I'm back. I was out for 2 weeks for a broken foot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry about that. I had surgery and everything, so I was out of the net for a while. I appreciate my counterparts taking over, picking up my slack for me. Had my 6. But and if you're watching us live on any one of our platforms, please go over to projectrefit.us. Take a look at the different programs we offer our veterans, first responders, and their family members. And please, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit that little blue button at the top right-hand corner to donate. Become one of our monthly donors. $25 or more, we get you a dog tag hung into our command mobile base to show everybody that how you support our mission on battling isolation. So tonight's just a free-for-all, guys. I apologize. I was out of the net. I really didn't have time to think of a topic tonight to go over. So we're going to have an open mic tonight, but we're going to go through and check in with everybody to see how their signal players are doing. Obviously, just from my attitude and my pizzazz or my swag tonight, I'm green. So, I've had surgery last Tuesday. I had a good surgeon. Small world, same surgeon that did the surgeon on my foot was one of the medical teams when I got crushed in the military to check for my vitals so I can go from Afghanistan straight to Ramstein, Germany. So it's a small world. He did a phenomenal job on my foot. I'm happy for that. But right now, I'm not on any pain medications or anything. I'm doing good. So, and I got other projects going on. It's kind of hard to get around in a wheelchair. So my sympathies and my empathy goes out to every guy or every service member or first responder or any of the family members out there watching us live. I seriously, from the bottom of my heart, man, I can, it's been tough for me because I'm in a wheelchair right now. It's an experience. It's an eye opener. I don't know. It's speechless. All I can say is God bless you. I don't know how you guys do with it, and I believe with you guys' positive attitude and everything. I think that's the only thing got going. I got a good family support. My wife's helping me out. My son has been phenomenal. Catering me like I'm like a 2-year-old, but it's kind of a pride thing. You kind of, you don't want to be too much of a burden, but then hey, wait a minute, I can't do this. But he's helping me in my business. So that's helping. I don't know. I'm green. I'm green for the week. So who wants to go next? Who wants to check in with us? No takers? All right, done. I'm calling on you. Beth, how you doing this week?
I'm doing, I would say I'm like between like green and yellow. Like I've got a lot of great things going on. It's a little stressful because I'm a perfectionist and want to make sure everything goes perfect, but nothing ever goes perfect or as planned. And I always have to prepare for worst case scenarios. we live in North Carolina, so we've also got a lot of people around us that are in need that have gone through. Asheville's not far from us, and then there's just even people who are just out of power that are just an hour away from us, and more rain keeps hitting us. So, we have that as a concern for just our neighbors, not so much ourselves. Um, and then, just like you, we have health things going on, and we have like testing and stuff to do. So it's stressful, but I mean, all in all, we are so blessed. We didn't get hit. A tornado hit 5 miles down the street from us, and you know, we're lucky that we haven't had any issues as far as power being out or any of that stuff. So I can deal with a little stress with all the blessings I do have. So I'm doing good. I
Well,
mean, all
good,
in all.
good. Yeah, that Hurricane Hel what was it? Helena?
Helena or something like
Elena.
that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that shows you how much I was concerned about it. We didn't get hit by it. It was like maybe 2.5 hours east of us, up through the Tallahassee area. All we got was some cool weather, some mist, dark skies. That's it. But the storm right behind it is projected to come straight up through the city I live in. So, well, I'm keeping an eye on that, keeping positive.
I've
Based,
seen that coming too. And I mean, honestly, if it does switch and hits, goes past you guys and still hits us, I don't know some towns that can handle it right now that are
yeah,
near us. Like it's bad. Like there's parts of the highway that are gone. The
yeah,
landslides. There's towns that are gone that aren't
yeah.
far
I
from
was
us.
watching a lot of videos on that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's good.
So
Oh, I did want to ask you, Beth and Jimmy, talk to us about this fireside chat you guys have got going on.
We finally have got our first fire chat planned. It's November 16th. We're actually doing a table at the same place at the Special Forces Association. Their chapter 118 is being so wonderful and really just like supporting us and letting us use their facilities. Also set a table up this weekend so that we can hand out flyers and pass out our information to people. So we're going to be doing that. And then we will be doing our first fire chat November 16th. We're really excited.
All right, all right. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. And just shout out to Tanner Ortiz. Love you, brother. I see you. I'm always looking good, man. I always got swag, so I got you, brother. All right. What else you got, Beth?
I think that's it. That's all I can share right now. There's so much going on. And unfortunately, it's behind the scenes and I can't share everything, but a lot of good things. A lot of good things. It's just stressful and new. And, but I'll be able to share very soon. I just have to finish a few things before I can fully share.
Okay, okay. And Tanner said, congratulations on your fireside chat.
Thank you, Tanner.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Jimmy, let's check in with you next, brother.
Yeah, I'd say I'm in the same boat as far as that goes. More green than yellow, but not 100% green. As far as that
Yeah,
goes, everything's been going good for the most part, but it seems like we'll have some downtime, not a whole lot going on, and it's like, okay, I can relax for a few. But then you've got different things like, whether it be one kid needs something, another kid needs something, scheduled meeting for this, and then a phone call comes in for that. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if anybody else was affected by it, but like today, Beth and I were part of that whole Verizon phone outage.
yeah,
So we had Wi-Fi from our home internet as far as that goes, but no calls or texts could go through. So if anybody was trying to call or text us, we wouldn't have known.
yeah.
And then when it comes back on, you get about 20 text messages at once, a couple different phone calls coming in all at once, and it's just like nothing's going, everything all at once. So it gets frustrating, but I guess it keeps you on your toes and keeps you busy. So
Yeah. Outstanding. I'm happy that you guys got that fireside chat fixing to happen. And
yeah,
you said
we
November
got,
16th?
yeah, November 16th is the fireside chat. We've been working on that. Getting Beth got the flyer up and ready, and then we're also prepping for the Oktoberfest that's this Saturday.
Yeah.
At the same place, so that, like you said, we can set the tent up, spread the word about Project Refit, and pass out flyers for our own fireside chat.
Are you
And,
guys going to do a monthly one?
I'm sorry.
You going to do a monthly fireside chat, or is it just going to be like every other month or so?
Monthly.
Monthly. Okay,
We
good
went
deal.
in and thought it was going to be one of the when we first met up with the SFA, we thought it was going to be yeah, you guys can use it like as a one-time test run type thing or whatever. And then as the meeting went on, it was like, so how often you want to do this? Wasn't quite expecting that question, but we told them our goals and they were all on board and down for it. So
Well, keep us. You're going to have a calendar with. You already got projected dates set for the fireside chats in that area.
um, I don't know if we have a set date as of yet. Our first one's going
Not
to
past the 19th yet, but we will start. I mean, our ultimate goal is to do monthly. It all depends on the turnout, honestly, and it depends on, like, how we do it, going out and getting some people to come and join the actual fire chat.
Okay.
So if we have a great turnout, then of course we can jump in monthly. But if we, for some reason, don't, we need to do some work.
Yeah. I was the reason why I was asking, because right now with my schedule, I'm pretty booked pretty much until November 22nd on all my travel plans and everything with my business and everything else, projects I got going on, and of course with Project Refit. Because I would like to be able to come out to you guys on one of your fireside chats.
Oh, absolutely. We'll keep you definitely. I think,
Yeah.
like, when we go this weekend, I'm gonna sit with Butch is the person that we would talk to. I'm gonna sit with, I mean, sorry, Blake. I'm gonna sit with Blake and talk to him and see if we can get on the calendar after that. It is December, it starts getting a little chilly, but
Yeah.
hopefully we can work everything out because they do have indoor facilities, so we have options.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how cold it gets in North Carolina, so
It can
I'm in
get kind of cold.
I'm in Florida, so
Yeah, I know.
colder in Florida, not as cold as it was in Ohio. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, all right. That's good. That's good news. That's good stuff. Bruno, talk to us, baby. Talk to us.
I am, I think pretty much green as well. Been a good few weeks. I'm done with physical therapy, at least for a little while. Just as long as I keep hitting the gym 3-4 days a week, I should be good. My weight's still down. Doing a little bit of photography, trying to build up the studio business instead of the travel and road show to make it easier on myself. But
Okay.
I'm pretty much nice and happy right now.
Good deal. Good deal. Tell us about this costume contest going on.
Yeah, we wanted to try and generate some foot traffic in the art center. Yeah, so instead of having everybody dress up at one time and come in, they come in, they get a picture taken. It doesn't cost them anything. And that picture goes into the contest. And I have professional cosplayers are going to be judging it. And we're going to give out the last day you can get a picture in is October 10th.
Okay.
I'm doing one of the photos for it. I'm not doing it in the studio, only because I want something I can enter in a contest.
Okay.
But I'm doing a Dracula in the graveyard.
Sweet.
And,
Nice.
yeah, because I already have
Nice.
I have my own grave site. So they said, yeah, you can photograph on that. And I got a couple fog machines and so I'm kind of gearing up to I go a little above and beyond on this one because, like I said, I want something I can put in a contest sometime next year and I'll walk away with a
Okay.
little prize money.
Okay, so now we know it's October 10th is last time to be able to get a photo taken. So where
Yep.
do they go to get this photo taken?
My studio is in the Hamilton Arts Center. If they want to use a photograph they already have, they still have to bring it in. They can't just like email it to me. They have to bring it in because we want them physically going in the art center to see what's there and help get our foot traffic up on a regular basis.
Okay.
But we will let they don't, for some reason they don't want me taking it. Bring your photo in, and we'll accept that because I'll just scan it and send it to our panel of judges, and the judges are pretty well known in the cosplay arena. One of them came in, I think it was second last year at the Fan Expo cosplay build competition. One of them was a founder of the Philadelphia Avengers that does a lot of fundraising for children's causes. Um, so
Okay, but let me ask you this, Bruno. Say somebody that's one of our audience members is not in the New Jersey, Philadelphia area. They can get to the to your art store. Okay. Um, is there an alternate way for them to send a photo in?
not really, only because like I said, we're doing it to try and generate some additional foot traffic.
Okay.
Even though that art center has been around since 1996, there are still people that live in the local area that have no idea it's even there.
Okay.
So, we definitely need to generate the foot traffic. Next year, I may open it up a little more.
Okay.
If we do it again, so that people can just enter online.
Okay. All right.
Probably thinking about it, I probably should have done that this year, and then next year said you got to physically come in, but
Yeah.
too late now.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, it's always looking forward to the future. So what else is going on with you, Bruno?
Just trying to build up more studio business. So I'm, like I said, I got to take the traveling roadshow out less and have people come to me more. I did do the golf tournament, and I met some really interesting people there.
Yeah, I saw some videos from the golf tournament. I saw you taking pictures.
So that was kind of fun because you see people
He's
here.
referring to me. I'm the interesting person he met.
Yeah, because you see people on here all the time, and very rarely do we run into them in person because we're all over creation. And so it's always kind of a big deal when you finally meet them. And there's a lot of people here, like Tanner. I've met Tanner a few times. Tanner's wife came out to a fireside chat. Sean, as a matter of fact, he was in the studio on Tuesday before the golf tournament, getting some new headshots and taking pictures of an honor box. And so yeah, it's nice. It's nice to actually meet people live and not just see them on here.
Oh, so you never met me then?
Yeah, you were down a couple times, as I recall.
I'm just busting your chops, Bruno, man.
Yeah, you were down, I think, twice already, weren't you?
Yep. No, 3 times. 3 times.
3 times? I think I only caught up with you twice though.
Yeah.
I just do want to say, Bruno, you did a great job filling in. I know that it's not your thing, but you did a really good job leading us. Thank you.
Golf is fun.
No, I was talking about since Scotty was gone.
Oh God,
Filling in for Scotty.
I had done it for like 2 years.
Well, I know
And
you just
we
were
were
like, I
doing
don't know which one I want to put it on all the platforms he's got it on.
I just it started out, it was just on Facebook. Then we were using Restream. Then Restream stopped working. Then they redid Restream. And I was doing it 3 nights a week. I was doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is a lot every week.
Yeah.
And so a couple other people kind of stepped up, to start taking it over. And I never said, "Oh, I want to do this." It just kind of happened. And so I was not like upset that people that wanted to do it are now doing it.
I love it, man.
And
I like
that,
this. I mean, I was
and-
I was upset that I couldn't be on the last 2 Monday nights, but
yeah, but I see you love it, and I do it because nobody else wanted to do it. And I think people see the difference.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? There is a difference between somebody that's doing something because they want to be doing it. This is like, if I gave you a camera and said, go take pictures of, foursomes at the golf tournament, you would be bored out of your skull.
No, I'd be trying to get people to do some crazy stuff.
Maybe you
He's
would,
looking for that foursome.
but yeah, I get excited about, I got a Comic-Con coming.
Someone here
I'm
be
gonna,
doing strip shots.
yeah, I'm gonna be, photographing. They got all these celebrity guests. I'm gonna be photographing them. And Monday afternoon, I'm like, oh God, I gotta think of a topic. And is it going to go on live the way it's supposed to, or am I going to have problems with that? This was like more stress for me than anything else, I think. And I did it because I got a lot of benefit out of it when I needed it. And it's important. A lot of people think, oh yeah, it's a bunch of old ex-military guys, trying to relive the glory days online. And that's really not what it is. It really, I don't know if anybody here has ever been on, I don't, maybe Jeremy, when, because we used to go until 2 a.m, my time sometimes, or later. And you would have somebody that was like right on the edge, ready to jump. And everything shut down. And you dealt with that person and their problem until you were, they either turned the Zoom off and there was nothing else you could do, or you got them to a point where they were saying, yeah, I'm gonna go in tomorrow and get help. And people don't always see that. They see this part, but they don't see the part where you're dealing with real trauma. You're dealing with, it sounds melodramatic, but life and death issues with some of these people. And some of us have been there. I was a good one. I would say there is no shame in going to therapy. It's if it helps you, it's a great thing. But I wasn't in therapy. And then I was told, we're getting you a psych referral. And now I have to decide, Was I just running my mouth, or am I going to go through with it now that they're telling me this is what I need? And I'm still in therapy every week. And, it was a good thing and it helps. But sometimes you need somebody to put a foot in your butt to get you there. And I thought about it. I thought about just saying, no, I'm good. I got a support group. I'm good. And then I realized that a lot of people in the support group got some pretty big feet that would be right in my butt if I didn't go through with it.
I want to touch on the therapy portion, what you're talking about, Bruno. I have mixed feelings about therapy. I don't believe wholeheartedly 100% that everybody needs therapy. What I do believe 100% and utmost to the bottom of my heart is that we need a support network. A support network of individuals that can relate. I'm not saying therapy is the only route, but I think therapy shouldn't be the only route.
Oh, it is definitely not the only route.
You know,
And it is hard to find a therapist sometimes that you click with.
What I have a hard time with when it comes to therapists is that you get these therapists to get into these fields. Like, say for an example, I've been through the realm of therapists for PTSD. All these people say, "Oh, we got proven methods." I'm experiencing it. It's like, wait a second, wait a second. One, are you prior military? No. Okay, don't have a clue what PTSD is. Then you don't have a foggiest idea. As far as I'm concerned, I don't. Now, like as I stated, I've been through the realm of therapists. And I believe therapists should be, especially when it's coming dealing with I can only speak for myself being a veteran. Um, but in my heart, I believe that therapists need to be call you on your bullshit. You know, when you're dancing around stuff, you're playing games, you're playing the what if, what if, who, what, when, why, whatever. Ex- eh, Trying to the justifications of why your behavior is the way it is. I believe therapists need to call you on your bullshit. And that's what I need from my therapist because that's who I am. And it's like this therapist I have right now, she's like oh my God. I hate to say this. I'm embarrassed of this number. 32nd therapist. And I finally just told her, I said, look, during our intake video call I had with her, I said, look, I'm going to make this short, sweet, to the point. Because what my only question to you is going to be, and how you answer it is if it continues our relationship. One, can you call me on my bullshit? Can you do that without worrying about offending me or hurting my feelings? And she says, yeah, I can do that. I said, well, then our partnership will work very well. And I don't want you to sugarcoat crap when you're addressing it. Call it the way it is. Call a spade, or shovel, bullshit. You know, I'm sorry. I don't want to get on a rant about therapists, but that's just where I lie, in my opinion. That's my opinion on therapy and support groups. And I think the therapist and the support group, like Project Refit, like with me, I have Project Refit. I also have my therapist. Plus, I have my own circle network here locally where I live. So I have kind of like a trifecta going on. So, and that's what works for me. So,
Yeah,
sorry about the
no,
rant.
no, that's okay. My first therapist was, what's a nice way to say a joke without being insulting to him as a quote unquote specialist in dealing with vets and cops. But he was a joke. And like you said, he didn't really try to call me on anything. If I had a behavior that even I knew needed to be changed, he didn't work to change it. He worked to justify me behaving that way.
Right. No course of action to
That-
rectify the issues.
Yeah, that didn't really help me. The second one I had, I actually got through Project Refit. It was a private program that Project Headstrong that was started by one of the founders was an ex-Marine, Adam Driver. You might have heard of him. He was in
Sorry, I
Star
haven't.
Wars. He was in Star Wars.
Okay.
Played
Kylo
Kylo
Ren.
Ren. Yeah, he was one of the founders of this group because he was an ex-Marine and
Former.
former Marine, excuse me, needed help, had friends that needed help, and he helped start this group.
I'm surprised Jimmy didn't jump on that one.
He was being tactful with me. But it was a group he started, and I did 99.9% of my therapy online because the therapist I got assigned was over a 2-hour ride away from me. So I only saw her in person one time, and she was really good. The problem with that program was they didn't want you in therapy. They wanted to fix you and get you mainlined. And she did. And I was good for quite a while, but then I couldn't get back into that same program. So now I had to go to a private therapist and use my health insurance to pay for it. And it's like nobody wants to take you if you're over 65. They don't want new patients over 65. Because if you're over 65, you should have it together by now.
Yes.
Okay. You live long enough. You shouldn't be having these issues anymore. So that was the first thing. The second thing I found out is there are a lot of them that are only in it for the money. They don't really care about you. They're not really going to help you because if they, do too good a job and help you, then they lose a patient and they got to replace you with somebody else. And
Yeah. I think also I just want to touch on that too, Bruno. It's like with Project Refit. Project Refit wants to see all of us progress on our path of healing, have progression, have the good days instead of all the bad days, And I think with a lot of therapists, they just sit there and go through the motions. They don't care. It's like this therapist I have, she has a course of action for everything that she wants to deal with me, and we deal with that. And then once we get past that, and she follows up with me every week, where how we doing on the this topic that we dealt with last week, how we doing on the progression, and but we're still moving forward, but we're still following up. You know what I'm saying? She wants to see me
Yeah.
get back to mainstream. That's not saying that a year down the road I'm gonna be there. Shit, I got over 42 years worth of PTSD to deal with. That's a lot of
Damn
stuff.
you old.
Hey, come on, man. I knew that was coming. I should
that's
have
all
seen
right.
it.
I think I'm still the oldest one in here. So
Yeah, you are, Bruno.
I'm like getting ready to contact Guinness and see if I can get listed as the world's oldest cosplay photographer.
No, that's crazy.
There's probably some 70-year-old out there still doing it though. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just want to shout out to Amy that just said, "Hey, girls, hey, guys and girls."
Why is that name familiar?
Bruno,
Uh,
does your background come with motion sickness pills?
No, I just got a green screen. Well, not that I just got it. I just finally opened it up and put it up. So I've been playing with backgrounds.
Jeremy, come on, check in with us, brother. How you been doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I've been out, you know.
I'm stuck in a perpetual yellow now,
Okay.
waiting on disabled American veterans helping with a correction of military record and the domino effect thereafter. They've acknowledged said issue. Now it's just waiting on the government.
We all know that's going to probably take some time, but at least you're making progress, right?
It has been acknowledged. Actually, 17 days earlier than I even found in the
There you go.
paperwork. So, yeah, things are going to be interesting. Don't know whose head's going to roll for this one.
Oh, you're making progress. That's what counts, man, right?
Yes, and it's all to correct an issue that started long, long ago, back in 2008, around the same time that the comments and issues of PTSD were started, and what they were doing then.
Hmm.
So, yeah, just in a perpetual yellow, waiting for the next shoe to drop.
Okay.
I physically resemble that remark.
Hey, you resemble it. I resemble it. According to the Army and the VA, I was supposed to be in a chair starting back in 08. I just held with too stupid to not fall down. And then they gave me carbon fiber AFOs for both legs. But then starting in 17, yeah, the chair won.
I was just you said waiting for the other shoe to drop, and that's one of the cheesy amputee jokes I tell is why are amputees always prone to high anxiety? Because they're always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Oh my God, Jimmy. At least
He
you got a
has a
sense of
lot
humor
of
about.
bad jokes.
At least you got a sense of humor, Jimmy.
I try.
Sometimes that's what gets you through.
Yeah, I agree with that, man.
Are you going to be the one-legged guy dressing up as a lamppost?
Oh, that's a good one. We
Yeah.
haven't done any one-legged Halloween costumes, but we do have a big event, Halloween event we're going to this year. It's at this big old plantation. It's gonna be this really big, huge Halloween party my cousin puts on, and we're gonna drive down to Georgia and go do that. So we have to think of a few ideas.
Well, you could get it too for Beth. You could have him dress up as the lamp from the Christmas movie. I'm trying to
The
think of its
Christmas
name.
movie, yes.
He's got to shave his leg and put fishnet stockings on.
Forget shaved legs.
I
Just put the fish
love
stack.
you, Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Just the fish stack. Fish. Oh my God, just the stockings, man.
Right.
Don't shave the legs, man. Just do the stock.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That would be a good one. Find an oversized lampshade.
You can wear a tutu so you don't show any of your bits and pieces. Little black tutu.
I'll find the oversized lampshade if you do it.
Yes, and I'll find the heels.
Oh
Oh,
wait, that I don't know about that one.
Identify as a lamp, and you can be taken into any event as just a household item.
That's pretty good.
Where's Bird Dog at? He told me he was going to be on tonight.
I was wondering that too.
He didn't tell you what time, though. He didn't tell you what time, though, did he?
No, I just got a message back from him. He, the famous word I forgot.
I was just talking to him.
And I was just on a video call with him earlier today too. And he's the one that reminded me about the Zoom call.
He reminded you and then claims to have forgot.
Yeah.
That seems a little suspect.
Yeah, I know. Like, how dare you? And what's been going on with Sean Scott? Was he been on while I've been out?
He was on a little bit on Friday. They're doing we got another fireside coming up in October
Yeah.
at a new location.
Who else? I know what Vern's on every Friday night, right?
Yeah, he has been, but given the hurricane passing through and what he does for a living, I expect he is gonna.
Be at work.
Yeah,
He's probably busy. What about John?
John is on, even if he don't talk, he's on.
Yeah. Who else? We had
Haven't seen the leprechaun in a while.
the what?
Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean.
Oh. Has Ray been on?
I do believe he was on Friday for a little bit.
Yeah.
He was on last week.
That's the pilot one, right?
He's a Marine. Ray.
And who was the other one that was on? Let me check my messages.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and knock out the top of the hour announcement. It's only 10 minutes early, but just because we got an open mic tonight, so feel free if there's a topic you guys want to talk about tonight, or even if you're watching us live on Facebook or any one of our social media platforms, if there's something out there that you'd like us to have a discussion about, feel free to drop it into our chat or DM us. But once again, if you're watching us on any one of our social media platforms or Facebook Live, go over and take a look at projectrefit.us. Check a look at the different programs we offer our veterans, first responders, and their families. And please don't forget to hit that little blue button up at the top right-hand corner and hit that donate. Become one of our monthly donors. $25 or more will get you a dog tag hung into our mobile command base. I'm also a monthly donor. And if you have any questions or you want to be part of Project Refit, don't forget to hit that little blue button down at the bottom right-hand corner. Hit the chat button, drop us a DM or something like that, and we'll be monitoring. We'll get back to you and everything. So with that being said, like I said, we got an open platform tonight. Give me 1 second. We got a hot mic.
Bird dog in a bar.
It's
Yep.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean had a hot mic, but that's okay. So, come and check us out. If you want to join our Zoom and everything like that, come in and drop us a DM. We'll send you the link. So you can come in and join us, join the conversation. So I don't know if Bird Dog wants to check in with us since he's late as usual.
Chris just went to the bathroom. He'll be back.
Okay. You want to check in with us? Tell us how you're doing this week, Sean? Yeah. That's what he gets for being in a bar. Yeah, you heard me.
He's on a date. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
His date's a little hairy.
Hey, just never question somebody's preferences. Just, let them be how they be.
I'm looking to see if he's dropping me a message.
He can't hear our shit talking.
No, he can't. I guess that's a good thing, right?
Well, he's part deaf anyways when he's here. So
Yeah.
throw him in a bar, he's deaf.
He's
Doing
deaf
hand
when a
signals,
pretty,
he might.
he's
Go
deaf when a
ahead.
pretty girl walks by.
Oh, then he's got tunnel vision. Deer in the headlight. Huh?
Austin.
Smoke break? What?
Oh, this bird dog is Chris. I got you, bird dog. We got you. We got you. Austin, how you doing, brother?
Another fun day.
Just another day?
Yeah. And I had to go, got some drawing done this morning. Got started on the one touch up I got to do on that 911 tank. So I'll have that thing finished up tomorrow and sprayed, and it's going to hang from the ceiling for about a week. Or until someone says, hey, send it. My team's playing like shit tonight, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we got an open mic tonight. Just tonight, let you know, Austin, and everything is free for all.
That could get scary.
I'll be honest with you. I'm ready to step outside to have me a smoke. And speaking of which, Austin's fixing to light one up. Oh my God.
Yes, I'm. Oh, hey, how are you guys dealing? You guys got all your inner tubes lined up?
All our what?
Subtle.
All your inner tubes.
Oh yeah, man. We're ready to float, man.
And you're gonna wheel out, not walk out. Just,
Now I'm gonna go run out, man. I'm gonna take it on the bull, like the bull with the horns.
1 foot, 2 foot smack.
Yep, that's about right, man. I'll be floating down in a skit or something.
However, there's a lot of things rangers can do. Slide down ropes.
Yep.
Jump out of planes.
I can be towed behind. I could be in an inner tube and somebody can tow me.
Well, as long as it's not an electric vehicle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Southeast is finding out the hard way what happens to lithium batteries when they're exposed to salt water. They kind of like to go boom.
Yeah, well, how it's going to work out for all those vehicles it's got flooded on. They're all rolling.
Oh, he's going for a cigarette.
Fern,
Yes,
I
I
figured
am.
you'd be halfway to Florida by now.
No, my dog ate grapes.
Oh,
Yeah, that dog has cost me so much money that it's a sore subject. $1,400 for the vet bill. Plus, I missed out on my ride going down to the hurricane.
for eating grapes.
Yeah, grapes are like the most poisonous things they could eat.
Oh, did not know. My dog. I mean, they eat shit, so I didn't think anything.
You know, it
Could be.
can actually kill them.
Wow.
Grapes, raisins are right up there with onions.
I don't feed my dogs anything like but dog food. So
He's a
I mean,
lab.
not bad, but hey, learn
He's a
something new
lab.
every day.
If you leave it out, he's going to get it. He took it off. My wife left him on the counter, and they were very. He's eating butter off the counter. He's only 9 months old, so we're still working on the counter etiquette. And the thing is, he's like a ninja, man. Like I don't even hear him. You know what I mean? And by the time I do hear him, I can't get up fast enough to actually catch him in the act.
Sounds like
That's
he's got the Mission Impossible soundtrack playing in his head when he's going and doing the shit he does.
Yeah, bro. He's got. Listen to this. I never seen anything like it. We got those dog crates. That's got a top
Yeah.
and bottom latch, right? Well, sometimes I don't feel like latching them both, so I just latch the top. You know, he's gotten out of that thing a couple times.
Dun, 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 dun,
Unlatches it.
dun, dun, dun.
Steve's Barber's own good.
Apparently not. If he's costing you $1,400.
Yeah, and then I think to myself too, it's okay that I missed this one, Bruno. The last one I went down for in Florida, I had to sleep in a truck. 51 years old, that's not fun anymore. Them boys have been sleeping in trucks now for a while. And they're gonna be down there for a while.
wow.
Yeah, exactly. At 51, I don't heal like I used to. You know what I mean? My body's already beat up.
You're only 21 with 30 years of experience.
Yeah.
You could use a little more.
Looks like half of North Carolina.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. It's real bad down there. A lot of people missing. Total roads just gone. Interstates look like rivers.
Oh.
They had a chemical plant go up in Georgia, a biolab.
Looks like they are the new river. That's how Planet of the Apes started.
Yeah. Yeah, they thought Corona was bad. What's going to come out of that lab?
Hunter's laptop.
Laptop. Yeah, besides, there'll be more storms in the Northeast. I'll catch on one of them. I can come home after a week. Going down there for like a month, 2 months straight, sleeping in a truck. I'm a little too old for that. I could do a week, 2 weeks tops. After 2 weeks,
take tents or something.
what they do is they wind up getting these tractor trailers, right? And they're like kind of like a sleeping berthing. I snore really loud, so I'm not going to sleep in there and keep them guys up. You know what I mean? Because I run the digger. I'll set the poles. These guys are climbing poles. They're up in hot primary sometimes. They need all the rest they can get. You know what I mean? So the last thing I need to be doing is keeping them awake in any way, shape, or form. So I went and slept in my truck.
I would have like a go bag or something like with a tent, cot, and all that stuff to throw in the truck. Have your own little sleeping quarters. So pop that bad boy up right next to the truck.
Luckily for me, I was in a truck that had a flat seat. So I kicked the air on and stayed in the truck.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't my bed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm short, so it wasn't horrible, but I still hurt after 2 weeks,
I can imagine.
My candy ass got, used to a sleep number bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got spoiled. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
You mean you don't want to sleep in these no more?
Yeah, no.
Oh, come on, Vern.
I don't want to dig a hole and sleep in mud either.
I don't know. I got my best sleep in some foxholes before. Better sleep than I did in a GP medium on a freaking cot. I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I was really exhausted.
More than likely. You could have passed out standing up, I'm sure.
Oh, I probably could.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
you
just
get
wouldn't do me any good
adrenaline
right now.
overload. You get an adrenaline overload, and then all of a sudden you crash. So it makes it real easy to sleep in those situations.
Oh yeah.
Most I did was 72 hours.
So how you been, Vern? How's your
Not
week
bad.
been going?
You know, other than the dog, not too bad, you know.
Yeah. Hey, let's go play some golf on the golf courses down here in Florida.
Yeah, my dude, I called my dad after it blew through.
Yeah.
He's on the golf course playing golf.
No kidding.
Hmm.
Where was he at?
He's in Summerfield, which is little northwest of Orlando. It's like the villages
Yeah, towards the East Coast.
towards the west.
Really? He didn't get hit hard?
Mm-mm. He said that I had some it blew, but I had some tree branches down on the golf course and they just went out and picked them up.
Huh. Yeah, all we got was cool weather, dark skies, and a mist of rain.
Mhm.
But there's another storm right behind this one, and it's projected to come right up through Navarre, where I live.
Yeah, my uncle's right across the bay from me.
Yeah,
Or
so I'll
I don't
be
know. Is that a really bay? No, not really.
hey, get over here. Oh shit, get over here.
And he's right on the water too, man. Like,
Oh god, man.
yeah, he's like there's a little creek that comes right out of the bay, and he's like right there. They got like an outback house.
Yeah,
They don't live in that. He said the last hurricane went through there was like almost covered the whole thing.
yeah,
I'm like, told him I was like, dude, if it's that bad, you need to just go inland.
yeah. I'm gonna be watching this storm. If it builds up to more than a category 3, I'll send the family north. And I'll stay here with the house and everything. So hey guys, why is everybody so quiet tonight? Come on, we got another hour to kill.
What you gotta do? You gotta get a boat, right?
Yeah.
And tie a long rope to a tree up high. This way, when you climb up on the roof, you can swim to the boat.
Yeah. Well, my house sits up. You saw my house. My house
Yeah.
sits up on. Oh, I'm not. It would have. I would have to have. For me to get flooded, I would have to have almost 40 feet of swells.
You that high up? It didn't seem like that high.
Yeah, because how far inland I am, like how far I am from the beach. Remember,
Okay.
and plus my house sits up like my house sits the highest out of everybody in my neighborhood. So it would take a big surge for me to get flooded.
That's
know.
good.
Now, the topography of the area around, is there any fear of mudslides or any of that?
No,
Oh no, man,
flatland.
flat ground. There'll be a lot of flooding. Rest assured, there will be definitely a lot of flooding. I won't be able to get out of my neighborhood for
Mm.
sure.
That's what I'm saying. Get you one of them little aluminum boats, dude, and tie it to a tree.
Yeah, I got a bunch of inner tubes, man. I'm good.
Break out the jet ski.
Yeah, get make sure you have a DeWalt charged up, DeWalt screw gun, and get you one of those paint mixing paddles, stick it in the chuck, and then you got a pull prop.
Well, I got the paint stick paddle already. I got a lot of drills, and all my batteries are charging back there on the wall. So I'm good to go, brother.
Mount all your
I'll be doing the redneck paddling.
Yeah.
mount all your tubes underneath your love seat and put your paddles on either side and enjoy your ride down the river.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting. So
we had a good time at the golf outing.
yeah, I'm sorry. I was supposed to make it, and I apologize. I broke my foot.
Yeah, I saw that. How you feeling?
Actually, I was in more pain waiting to have the surgery. And after the surgery, dude, they gave me Percocets and stuff. I haven't taken a single Percocet.
Good.
And I've been taking ibuprofen, Tylenol, just for the swelling and stuff like that, icing it. After the surgery, dude, I could, besides my foot being all wrapped up the way it is right now, I couldn't tell I broke my ankle. I had a good surgeon, man. It was such this is such a small world when it comes to veterans, especially with, I guess in the line that I did in the military. The surgeon that did the surgery on my ankle, when I got crushed, he was part of the medical team that evaluated me to make sure all my vitals was stable to continue on to Ramstein, Germany. We were talking, because he was asking me a lot of questions about surgeries, injuries, and stuff like that. And then I got into my crush injury, almost being split in half, and he's like, "Oh my God, I remember you." He was part of that. He was a Navy surgeon. And he was like, "Oh my God, I remember you. You came through the medical facility." I said, "Doc, I couldn't tell you because I was out."
All right, thanks.
Yeah. All I remember is, the special forces medic, went with a syringe, and he says, "Brother, you're gonna feel good here in a few minutes." Next thing I remember is waking up in Ramstein, Germany, fucking rushing into the OR,
Mhm.
So I don't remember, it's like that's a part of my life that I can't get back because I don't remember shit.
Probably a good thing.
So, well, yeah, I think it is a good thing, but it is what it is.
Sometimes I believe God protects us from our own memories sometimes.
Yeah, I believe that 100% wholeheartedly. But it's just like, as soon as he told me that, I was like, told me he was a Navy surgeon. He did all, he was part of the medical teams, or for all the DEB group, JSOC, and all that stuff. I was like, something, my anxiety completely left me.
Right.
It's my foot, man. At my age, this is my foot, man.
Mm-hmm.
I need it to walk. I've already got freaking walking problems, back problems, and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as soon as he said all that to me, man, I was like, Doc, I appreciate it, man. I feel comfortable with this surgery. They did a nerve block on they put a nerve on my upper leg, and the nurse tells me, she goes, "We're just gonna sedate you a little bit." And I was like, "Okay." All I remember, the thing to do is I remember waking up in the recovery room, and I said, "Okay," and they were getting me dressed, and I'm like, "Well, time out, time out." I said, "I'm supposed to have surgery on my foot." She goes, "Sweetie, you're done." I'm like, "Wait a minute, I just had a nerve block done, and you were only slightly sedating me with a nerve block." She goes, "You went out like a light, so we did the surgery."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, all right, now time out again. I said, what the hell did he do? I don't feel no pain or anything. Oh, it's probably the nerve block. I'm wondering if the nerve block is still there right now. And that's why I'm not feeling anything.
Do
I
they
don't
go
know.
away? The nerve block?
But I'm avoiding those Percocet.
Yeah,
Yeah, they go. The nerve block goes away.
avoid them at all costs, bud, because that shit is too addictive, man.
Oh, let me tell you, man. I told that to the doctor, the surgeon. I said, look, he gave me 43 Percocets. I've taken one, and that was last night before I went to sleep.
Right.
I said, look, I really don't want to take these things. I don't want to get addicted to them. I've known people, buddies of friends of mine that got addicted to these things. I said, then he says, okay, well, I'll give you a different type of pill to help you with the pain, the pain management. He says, but you take this but take ibuprofen every 4 hours. And then after 2 hours of the ibuprofen, take a Tylenol. So it's like I take ibuprofen, 2 hours later, Tylenol, offset it. And he's got me on this other pill, Triminol or something like that.
Tramadol.
Yeah, it's a non-addictive pill, but it helps with pain.
Does it help you now?
I only take it at night so I can sleep.
They gave that to my wife.
Yeah.
Right. And she swears it helps. Well, I got back pain. I've had chronic back pain. And it goes comes and goes. You know what I mean? At different times, more worse than others. Well, I ate 3 of them one day and it didn't even touch it. I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
I was like, that's useless. I ended up just well, back then I used to smoke pot. I ended up just smoking some pot and taking some ibuprofen. 800
Yeah.
milligrams. 800 milligram
Yeah.
ibuprofen
That's
to
what
me, that's like my go-to. There's a reason my uncle
yeah.
gave you that stuff because it works. The only problem is it's hard on the stomach. So make sure you take it with food.
Right. And that's why I take it take the ibuprofen with food. It's 800 milligrams. And then 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol. And then of course I take that one pill before I go to sleep. But then when I wake up, because my foot's throbbing a little bit, I can, feel the heartbeat in my foot.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll start popping the Tylenol and the ibuprofen, and I'm good, man.
And when was the surgery?
Last Tuesday, I was in there at 4 a.m. and I pulled in my driveway at 1 p.m. and slept the whole day, rest of the day. He told me that it's fortunate that with the break I have, I don't know if you know how the bone structure of the foot is. You got the heel bone, then you get that bone that goes down the front, and then you get all the bones for your toes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a bone in between the two bones, and then you got your ankle bone, and then you got the bones coming down from your leg. Well, that bone below the ankle bone, 3/4 of it was fractured all the way through, and the back side of it, right there where the heel bone was, it looked like a grenade went off in there.
How'd you
So he
do
had to
that?
get in there and clean all that up because there's a water slide on a pontoon boat. My son tells me this because I just talked to my son that was with me that, Will Bird,
Mhm.
put me in a wheelbarrow and took me to the car afterwards. Because the slide came down and then it did a 90-degree turn. And he told me when I went down, I missed the 90-degree turn. I'm
How?
like, what? I'm like, well, the boat rocked as I
Uh,
went down. So I don't know, a wave runner went by and kind of rocked the boat as I was going down. And I ping pong. I do know this. I ping pong down the slide. I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt. And
don't
then,
you hate that thought?
yep. And then I get in the water and I'm holding on to an inner tube And my son comes up to me. He goes, "Are you all right?" I said, the back side of my right arm hurts like hell. My right ribs all hurt like hell,
Mhm.
but my right foot is killing me. Dude, I got up on that boat. My ankle was about as big as a freaking melon.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got a bad sprain, right? So I'm coming home, get home, unfortunately, luckily, as the doctor tells me, because I had like 30 jello shots, 12 beers in me. And the doc told me, he says, this is one time I'm going to say this. Thank God you had alcohol in your system because of what your CT scan showed. If you weren't flexible enough like you were, you would have had your bones sticking out of your ankles.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thank God to alcohol for this time, but I'll never do a pontoon water slide again. So,
Yeah, I guess not.
yeah. So I get home, the ranger in me says, okay, put it up and ice it. My wife comes out and takes a look at it and she goes, oh my God, that thing is broken. I'm like, no way, babe. It ain't broken. I'll just throw some ice on it. She goes, no, please, babe, go to the hospital. So I go to ER. Sure enough, damn thing's broke. But they had to wait for the swelling to go down 2 weeks before they could do the surgery.
Mm.
So he cut me on both sides of my foot. He put screws in there, and I don't know if they put the plate in there or not. I got to on the 15th of October. I go back for a follow up to where they take the stitches out, and hopefully they put me in a boot by then, where I can start putting a little bit of weight on and have mobility and stuff like that. Right now, I'm no weight bearing, so but I'm good, man. I'm more upset that I lost my glasses to see than I am about my broken foot. I'm using my wife's glasses. I'm using my wife's glasses right now just to be able to see things till I get to till I go to Pensacola to the VA hospital and get my glasses. Yeah, I did some crazy stuff, man. Stupid, but I had a good time with my boys, my sons and my friends, my buddies. We had a good time. It was worth it. Oh well, so I broke my ankle.
Yeah, I was fortunate I didn't break my ankle, but I was out riding a dirt bike and
Yeah.
I just bought brand new riding boots. And I hit this jump and my foot slipped off the peg and slipped underneath the frame of the bike and I cased right on the top of this tabletop. I could have swore I blew like I just thought I blew it apart. I mean that was the amount of pain that went shooting into my head, right?
Yeah.
And I roll to a stop, throw myself over like the front of the bar, just like, in pain. And this is like March, like the very beginning of March. It was cold out. And it went numb. Like
Ooh.
within, I don't know, a minute and a half, it went numb. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that. I remember it being really short amount of time it went numb. So we went riding the rest of the day. Right. I didn't stop hurting, right? I mean, I could feel it a little bit, but not, it wasn't 100% numb, but it didn't hurt like it did when it first happened. So we get back to my cousin's house, and now I'm starting to feel it, right? Because I've been in the truck because we
Yeah.
were wet. You know what I mean? I get in the truck now. I'm starting to warm back up. It could have been I couldn't feel it because I was cold. You know,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, you got to help me get my boot off. He takes the boot off, and I literally watched my ankle go like this. It swelled up like this. I mean, it was literally this fat, right? I'm like, oh, great. Well, needless to say, I couldn't get my boot back on. Had to end up going to the doctor, but I couldn't do it there. I had to wait until I went back to base. I fell down the steps.
Ooh.
That's how I did it. I fell down the steps, because I already been in trouble once for drinking on the beach and getting sunburnt really bad. They were going to write me up for destruction of government property, so I definitely wasn't going to tell them that I was riding a dirt bike and broke
Yeah.
my ankle. It turns out I didn't break it. It was a severe sprain. How it wasn't broken, I have no idea. I mean, I've broken ribs before. It took
Yeah.
a lot less of a shot than that did. All I can say is them ride boots were worth it.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have them on, I would have blown my ankle way apart.
Yeah. Because the first ER, I went to the Fort Walton ER that's close to my house, is the closest ER. The way they put the splint on my leg, they were putting pressure on my ankle right there with all the arteries and veins and stuff. Circulation goes down.
Mhm.
My foot started swelling larger and it started turning black.
Yeah.
And my wife kept touching my toes for circulation. She goes, I called my primary doctor. She goes, get to the fucking ER now. I get there, and as soon as they cut that thing off, man, you talk about freaking relief. So they put a different one on me that was lot different. But like, I think this one right now, what they got me in right now, it's a splint. It's not a full cast. It's
Mhm.
just a splint. Um, dude, I could kiss the person that did this one, man. The way they wrap me and everything.
Yeah, it
It's
makes
like,
a difference.
but it's a little more heavier than the other ones I had.
Yeah, it's all right though. If it's done
Yeah.
right, it's worth it. Dude, my,
Yeah.
my ankle, it wasn't just black and blue. It was freaking black, blue, green, purple, yellow. I mean, it was ugly, bro. Like I'm looking at him like, is this thing going to like rot off and fall off my body? I mean, that's how bad it looked. It looked like it was dead. Like my
Yeah.
whole foot.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. When I waited for the surgery, because it finally the VA approved my referral to the orthopedic surgeon. I get into the appointment on a Monday last 2 weeks ago. Um, and then she comes in, she does all the bedside manners with me and everything. And she goes, yeah, you're having surgery tomorrow morning at 05. I'm like, what? I didn't want to hear the word surgery. And then she went through the CT scan with me, and I was like, oh my God, I really did a number.
Mhm.
And then on my way home, she because she checked me before they put the splint on for surgery the next morning because they changed it. I guess they checked for the elasticity of my skin, how much give I had. And the doctor, of course, that did the surgery, he says, well, did he have any elasticity to his skin? She goes, nah. He says, we got to wait for the swelling to go down because when I cut him on both sides, clean all that bone fragment out, he's going to swell up so big and, I won't be able to close him,
Right.
with the swelling I already had, you
Yeah,
know?
you won't have enough skin.
Right. So I had to wait additional week. That's why I wasn't on last Monday night because I had to go to bed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon because I had to be there at 04. So I had to leave my house at 03:15. And I'm like, oh, man,
Yeah.
good staff though, man. At Andrews Institute, top of line surgeons, man.
Right.
They do a lot of athletes and stuff like that. So I'm like, I was happy, man. I was very pleased, you know. And this guy now this surgeon that did my surgery, he teaches other doctors how to do this surgery for 100% recovery.
Good.
So I'm like, whoa, that even made me even feel even better,
Yeah.
you know?
It's good when you have confidence in your doctor.
Oh yeah. I had confidence as soon as he told me he was a Navy surgeon and he was part of that team that checked my vitals, man. As soon as he told me that, I was like, I don't care. I don't care how sloppy you are. I don't care what kind of scars you leave me. You know, I know it's gonna be fixed.
Yeah, I don't have too much faith in doctors anymore. I try to stay away from them.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to find good ones.
Well, I mean, just after everything that's happened in the last few years, there's trust issues now.
Yeah,
Not there.
I agree. I agree with you on that one. Jimmy, what are you doing? Stay off your phone. Or he's going to sleep.
Nah, I was just looking at my phone while I was listening. Should put it down.
But I'm in a wheelchair, Vern. So it's like I'm getting really good at this. So if I'm still in my chair, Jimmy and I are gonna have a wheelchair race.
Hey, you guys are in North Carolina, ain't you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How'd you make out with the hurricane?
We got lucky. We did have a tornado that hit like 5 miles down the road. But it's mainly 2 hours away that's got slammed really, really bad, like Asheville and all that stuff. And then South Carolina and right on the coast of that North Carolina, South Carolina line.
I'm glad you guys are all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the pictures and videos are saying we got lucky as far as it goes. The day the tornadoes hit, when the hurricane was coming through, the day the tornado hit, like you said, like 5 miles from us. Was watching the radar and looking out for it, and Jackson, our youngest, came out in the garage while I was looking out the garage door, and at one point he's like, "It's raining leaves and trash." I was like, "What?" And turn back around, and sure enough, we were basically getting the debris from where the tornado had hit up the road. So we had leaves coming from all over the place. There was tar paper and insulation falling in our yard and in the field next to us. But all we got as far as right here at the house was heavy rain and a little bit of wind. We got lucky.
Yeah, I had no idea I was moving to Tornado Alley. There's been like 3 tornadoes that have hit our town in the last year and 3 months. Because the tornado actually went right through our town and ripped through the Pfizer plant down the street. Right before they started building our house. And everybody's like, "Oh, aren't you scared?" I'm like, "No, no, no. The likelihood of it hitting again in the same place is so and so." And here I am eating my words.
I didn't think North Carolina was considered Tornado Alley. I thought that was like
I
Oklahoma.
didn't either.
Oklahoma, Texas.
Tornado Alley's like northern part of Texas, and it loops up and to the right, so it passes, like say, Oklahoma, Nebraska,
Right.
all the way up into Ohio as far as that goes. It kind of runs that curve, but that's generally what you consider Tornado Alley. But for the fact that, like Beth said, last year and not quite a half, they've had 3 in this area.
Well, you know, it's funny because, like, well, not funny, but I'm in South Jersey, and you know, we don't get tornadoes here, but we have. Not like twisters, like big ones. They said that we had straight line winds. I think this was like 2012, 13, 14, somewhere in that area. And it knocked down a bunch of trees out towards Mickleton area. As I'm going down the road to this job site I was working on, I looked down and there was just like this culvert, I guess, low-lying area, right? I'm looking at all the trees. If it was a straight line wind, why were they twisted? They were literally flayed out in a fan, like a circle. They weren't pushed in a straight line. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I was bored at night, but not last night. If it's a straight line,
Yeah.
them trees are going to go one way.
Yep.
Or they're going to go back and fall back this way. They're not going to go in a circle. The only way trees lay in a circle is if the wind is circular.
Right.
That means you're in the eye.
Yeah, we had I remember I was working at the glass house. I was working night shift. And I go to work the following day and they're like, dude, you see that or did you feel that earthquake? I'm like, get that. I thought they were messing with me, right? I thought they were pulling my leg. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Like, no, we had an earthquake. I was like, no, we didn't. So I slept right through it. I didn't hear nothing. We're working
We
12-hour days, you know what I mean? So I was out. And I got a sleep number bed. It must have absorbed all that shock.
were we in Virginia or Maryland, Jimmy, when we had an earthquake? Maryland, because DC had it happened in DC. We lived right outside of DC, and DC had an earthquake, and I was like, "What in the world?"
Does anybody
This is
see
something that doesn't happen there.
did anybody see anything on Yellowstone?
No.
Somebody said something happened out there.
I haven't seen anything on it.
I haven't looked it up. I've been busy doing other things. I haven't had a chance to look that up. Figured I'd ask.
Now, when I was a kid and I lived in Alaska when my dad was stationed there, I think I slept through like a 7.5 earthquake because we got up and all our beds in the room were all different directions and everything. We're like, what the hell? Go to my parents and they're like, yeah, we had an earthquake. I'm like, I guess I slept right through it.
Yeah, that's being hurricanes. Being where we were stationed as a kid, we had a lot of hurricanes when I was young. And then when we moved to Virginia, my mom had a place at Virginia Beach, so we had hurricanes there every once in a while. So I just sleep through them. I don't get all panicked and freaked out. I don't know why. I probably should, but it
You know, when it comes to hurricanes, if it's a category 3, I'll stay. Category 4, based upon where I'm at in the path, I'll stay. Category 5, I'm packing. I'm gone. You know,
You should
yeah,
probably leave it 4.
I don't think I've really been at a 5. Usually they're not that strong in that part of Virginia Beach.
All joking
Yeah.
aside, you should get out of town, especially where you're at in a 4. Because
Yeah.
if you're on the one side of the storm surge,
Yeah.
your house is going to be underwater.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can't get away from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are you staying for? You know, the insurance company, you staying there is not going to save anything.
True.
You know what I mean? So why risk it? You know, be there with your family, keep them safe.
Yeah. I'll be keeping an eye on the next storm.
Yeah, because if it's a 4, dude, especially you being hobbled right now, you need to get the hell out of Dodge. If it's, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know?
Kick it with my good foot. Hey, smucky. Stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
He's going to use running in his wheelchair from the storm as practice against the race that we're going to have.
Yeah. He's gonna put his wheelchair in his inflatable raft. I don't
With my
think it'll
ghetto
work too good.
freaking propeller.
Yeah, we should get a propeller. I don't think it'll work too good. Just
Yeah, there
saying.
you go. Lift your legs up in the wheelchair and flip a parachute up and hold on to the strings and just let the wind pull you along in the wheelchair.
Yeah, you got a leaf blower. You got a battery leaf blower.
There you go.
No, I got a gas one.
Do you see the video of the guy who did that? Yeah, he had a it wasn't I don't think it was a parachute, but it was something like a parachute. It was like a mini chute or something or maybe it was homemade or whatever. But he did just that, but to his wheelchair and used a leaf blower. I don't think he was in a wheelchair. I just think he was,
I'm
doing
gonna look
something
for
with
that
a
video.
wheelchair. Huh?
I'm gonna look for that video.
Just gonna find an old sheet, some 550 cord, and use my leaf blow.
I'll be like that guy. Those videos you see these guys getting those little cars, those kid cars that operated by batteries, hook them up to a car and go racing down the street with them, being towed.
Well, you gotta hook up something to your front wheels, right? You can make like a helicopter stick, like for steering.
A rudder.
Yeah.
All right, y'all go have a guys' night. I'm gonna finish having a guys' night. I'm gonna go put my kids to bed.
All right. Well, we got about 15, 20 minutes left, guys.
All right, y'all have a good night. It was good seeing
you too.
y'all.
Bye, babe.
Take it easy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, right? I think I'm gonna head out too, guys. Good talking to
Yeah,
you.
I can see this. I can say this one thing, man, about this broken foot. I'm going to bed pretty early.
Yeah. But when you're sleeping, it don't hurt. Unless you kick something while you're sleeping.
That's true.
Yeah, that's always my favorite. If I'm in pain, dude, I want to go to bed. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Binge watch a TV show or something,
Yeah. All right, guys, take it easy.
All right, Vern. Good seeing you. Good seeing you, brother.
Yep, you too.
Stay safe, Vern.
How's everybody else doing tonight?
Good.
Everybody tired?
We better make it tired.
We can call it early, gentlemen. The only thing is I got to work my way back inside. Yeah, I know. Come on. Go inside. Get inside.
Damn
Hold on.
smoker's always taking a break.
Yeah, I got to put the phone down. Hold on.
Ooh, it's really got to be a pain in the ass being in a chair today. Now,
Yes,
the
it is.
question is he in an activity chair or a clinical chair?
Clinical.
Ew.
I can get
Those
around.
things are ugly.
Yeah, but I can get around easier. It doesn't have the wheels on the side where I can control it,
Like what I'm sitting in.
Yeah. It's one of those chairs that you put somebody in and you push them.
Yeah, ew. Those things go too slow.
No, these are fine. I get around pretty good with it.
Yeah.
I'm not dinging up my walls, my door jams. Okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
shut my phone.
in the chair I use, you wouldn't ding up anything. You also wouldn't be moving around like your grandpa. Oh shit.
I don't have the fancy wheels on the side. I use my foot to help me move around. Oh my God, that was a chore and a half. Well, I guess what we'll do is I'll do the final announcements and everything, and we'll call it tonight, and I will see you guys next Monday night. So if you're watching us live on Facebook or any one of our social media platforms, please go over and take a look at our projectrefit.us. Take a look at the different programs we offer our veterans, first responders, and their families. And please don't forget to hit that little blue button at the top right-hand corner, become one of our monthly donors. $25 or more will get you a dog tag hung in our mobile command base. And I'm a monthly donor myself. If you have any questions, you want to participate in anything in any event that Project Refit does, hit that little blue button at the bottom right. It's a chat button. Drop us a line, open those lines of communications. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Scotty. I'm back. I had surgery, and I appreciate Bruno's stepping up the plate, covering for me for the past 2 weeks. Once again, this is Project Refit Live, buddy check-in. Thank you very much for